Most improved. It's picking a player who's probably in their third or fourth season who has underperformed or has settled into a role, and then they're going to take a massive jump. It's an interesting award because you've got players like Paul George who've won it in the past and, took that step from, prospect to actual talent. And then you've got other people who I guess would fall off the list very quickly. So what I did is I looked at who's a player who moved teams, who's going to get a different role and who's going to have a chance to really bump the stats up almost naturally, but maybe have a little bit of a narrative in there. You could make the case and say didn't pay enough attention during, but I think Jalen Brunson moving to the Knicks, big market, central point of the offense, going to be able to get that scoring average probably over 24, 25 for the regular season. Gonna take the jump to do it. Now, I can see you shaking. The way that I view the Knicks, right, is it's like most teams, right? Every team is minimum going to probably score about 80 or 90 points per night, irrelevant of how the game plays out. Like someone's going to get those points. Now, on the Knicks, Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson are going to get 40 to 50 of those most nights. I think you look at it, he's went from, one of those very bad contracts, where he's essentially lucky to be in the league, to almost a semi-max contract. It is an expectation that he should take that jump, but I also think that, it's almost like a rookie of the year who goes to a bad team. He's just going to have the ball more. It's a fact. He's not playing behind Luka. If he replicated half or 3/4 of what he did in those playoff series without Luka, it's clearly a player that would naturally fit into the most improved role.
You're picking the Knicks to win something. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's been a while, right?
Look, I love Jalen Brunson, the bits and pieces I saw him play, obviously, in the final, or sorry, the conference final, I think it's last year. Look, he definitely could be in the running there. I just don't think the Knicks, I don't think this uptick in numbers is going to be as high as you think. I think, if you consider they got Randall that came off a really poor season, and you would expect some level of bounce back, you would hope at least as a Knicks fan. Barrett obviously is deserving of his, 20 points per game, and probably some level of growth there as well in his, production too. So I don't know. I just don't see Brunson maybe getting as much love as people are thinking, but who, is definitely a candidate. I went a little bit of a different way here. I looked at players, and I considered a player here that was on a team that at the moment he's simply the cornerstone for this team. And I think inevitably, because he's a one man as well, he's going to get the ball in his hands every single possession. And the way that he plays, and considering that his second and third option at the moment are out and indefinitely at this point as well. Okay. And here's the bonus. He's Australian, so we'll give him some love, right? I'm saying MIP is going to Josh Giddey. Okay. And look, they obviously picked Chet, in the second pick here, and he was supposed to be a big part of this franchise, but he's out for the season. Okay. SGA is out indefinitely as well for this season. He comes back and they're like, early or late in the year, okay, in the calendar year. And there's the potential there that they're really not going to rush him back. There's no need to. They don't want to. Everyone wants Victor, right? That's the whole point. It was almost perfect. We've said this off tape that Chet got injured, and now the OKC are in the running for Victor next year, all right, by default. Okay, and if they end up with him, that's a whole nother podcast, man. But I'm saying, Josh Giddey going to get the ball in his hands. Last season already, I think he put up 12 and 7 and 7 roughly. Okay, I think his numbers there are going to jump much higher now. If he can shoot a little bit better, okay, than he did last season, obviously from the field. I think his numbers could probably jump closer to that 18, 19 points mark, probably in that sort of, 9 to 9 sort of assist as well. All right, in the second season player. I'm high on him. Okay. And
you are.
And I'm considering there's no one else in that team And I don't know if you saw any of those games last year, towards the end of the season, when SGA was out. There's no one else on that team that can really get a bucket. Okay, by default, he's going to have to, shoot more. And I think he's getting more comfortable doing that. I think that was something that I saw last season as well. As the season progressed along, that he was more comfortable getting that sort of 15 to 18 shots per game now. And this season, I think it's a perfect opportunity for him to really grow. And OKC would want to give him those opportunities to grow there. So look, probably again a bit of a dark horse, but look, let's see what happens there in OKC.
I mean, I don't know if history has ever given a rookie, sophomore, most improved player. I get the logic. Potentially there's a player who's on another team where they like Tyrese Halliburton was another consideration, right? Because he seems like he's going to be one of the only people on that team by the end of the season. I know Buddy Hield is going to put up points, but surely that Lakers trade goes through, or surely someone else offers a package for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't want them on your team if you're trying to do something. But yeah, I don't know. A sophomore winning it would be quite interesting. Real quick though, I didn't know about SGA. What's SGA got now? What's happened?
Oh, I don't know, ankle or something now. Out for at least
just,
I think maybe 6 to 8.
I think he's got a bad case of Wembanyama. I think that's he's been struck down by that. And you know what? Like I don't know. Like it is interesting. He gets held out. Like Josh Giddey will get shut down in the middle of the season. That's what's going to happen with OKC, because Josh Giddey is also good enough to have impact on winning. So you don't want that.